This is Peter Lau. Today is Thursday, January 30th. I'm at 3658 Willowcrest Avenue, Studio City, California. I'll be entering through the right side cleanout. So this cleanout's located pretty close to the crawl space. Again, as you're facing the front door of the property, this is on the right side of the home. In a brief moment, we will be transitioning to the end of the sewer line, as that provides the clearest video. We're about 103 feet into the main sewer line, where it ties in with the city sewer. We're noted at a depth of 9 feet. I'll be making my way back towards the access point. So currently what you're seeing on the screen, this is actually clay piping that has been lined. So what that means is when you put a pipe liner through the clay, it reinforces the line from the inside, and that's typically to prevent roots from growing into this type of material. So as I'm doing this inspection, I'm looking out for typically a few main things that are very common. So cracks, offsets, root intrusion, anything else that may cause complications to the sewer line I'll be pointing out. But typically within this liner material, as you can see here, so those little creases in the line is because the liner typically takes the existing shape and form of the existing pipe, and it's supposed to be basically airtight to prevent water from seeping out of the clay joints. And we're going in from an angle, so that's why there's water that's just pouring down. So you can see there's a drop here. But briefly, we saw lettering on the right-hand side of that piping, and that's a clear indication that that is a pipe liner within a different type of piping material. So at about 88 feet, we transition to ABS. So this is indicated in homes built during the 1970s and beyond. This is the preferred plumbing material for newer houses, 2020 and beyond as well. And the reason why they start to use ABS over cast iron underneath the house is because it's the service life is better. It's made out of plastic, so in the case of an earthquake, it's much harder to crack. And also, it typically prevents roots from growing into this type of material because the joints are sealed much more tightly, and it doesn't allow for moisture to seep out of the joints. What I am looking out for in this type of piping material, looking out for any kind of stagnant water in the line. And that's one thing I forgot to mention at the beginning. Water was ran prior and during the inspection, so at this point in the recording, the water's been turned off for about 5 minutes now. I ran water from 4 of the bathroom sinks during the inspection, but as you can see, there's no stagnant water thus far. And the reason why I'm looking out for any water buildup or sediment, debris buildup, is because with this type of material, it is flexible in nature. So it needs to be properly supported if it's underneath the crawl space or underneath the slab. And the dirt needs to be compacted properly when you put in this type of material. Otherwise you might get what's called a belly, which is an area that sags and allows for water, sediment, and debris to collect. But we're not seeing any instance of that here. I'm just describing what I'm looking out for in this type of material. Making our way back from a few turns. Line is free of any material defects and debris buildup thus far, about 32 feet remaining. Not too much else to be said. Just pulling back, as you can see, the line's smooth. Haven't seen any major issues with it, or even minor issues. And there's There's no water buildup at any point in the line. And now working my way back out the access. And this concludes the inspection of the main sewer line. If you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to call, text, or email. Thank you.